Hi. Well, today is an unusual day. We had 3 turkeys around the holiday season. One was for Thanksgiving, the other one was for Christmas, and this was sort of a turkey that came into the house unexpectedly, and we didn't get a chance to use this guy. Well, today we decided we don't want to waste the food, so we're going to make a bread stuffing, which we're going to stuff into this bird that we're going to definitely eat tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up some onions, which is going to make me cry. And what we're going to do is we're going to saute onions and celery into, the butter must be salted, not unsalted. Salted butter, unsalted butter you use for like baking, but this is something else. The butter has to be salted because it will not taste good. So what I want to do is I want to saute the onions and celery into the butter before we put the bread into the butter. We're actually going to mix the bread with the onions and celery together. There we go. We're making it a little bit different than what I made on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, we added apple, sage, everything else. We put it into the blender. This is going to be made a little bit differently. Every stuffing is made differently. It was very similar to what my mom used to make on Thanksgiving, because Mom used to celebrate Thanksgiving before my grandmother died. Then she stopped. She just didn't want to celebrate. I knew it was too hard for her. I understood that because my grandmother actually died right before Thanksgiving, so it was really hard for her. But she used to make a stuffing similar to this, but not quite. Oh, I'm crying. Okay. I'm going to put all these veggies in here. The celery's been washed already, not to worry. Any kind of vegetation must be washed. This is actually a sweet onion. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some of these veggies into the butter. And I'm going to let it saute for a few minutes. There we go. Look at that. Get that skin off. I'm going to chop up a little bit more veggies. Yeah. What we did was we ended up with this extra turkey. And I said to my husband, what are we going to do? We got to use it. We don't want to waste it. You know, turkeys are not cheap. And this one was actually a free one, but still, it's food and it's something that's very, you know, healthy to eat, you know. So I said, well, why don't we use it today? It's a rainy, spring-like day. Let's use it up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a different kind of stuffing that we'd made on Thanksgiving. Every stuffing on each holiday should actually be made differently. Okay. Okay, this is breadcrumbs, dried breadcrumbs. It took me about, it has to get dry overnight. You have to keep it in the air so the air hits this and it dries it. So you can see it's hard, but not that hard. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the breadcrumbs into the stuffed onion and celery mixture. And we're going to come up with the stuffing. Okay, and then he mixes together. We want the bread to get a little bit more, you know, smushier with the veggie ingredients. It's called a good bread stuffing. Okay. Eventually what I'm going to do is I've got to let it cool off about a minute so I can grab it and stuff the bird with it. Already coming along beautifully. Okay, there's a lot of bread stuffing here. What I'm going to do now is I want to add some salt, pepper, and parsley. Okay. This is coming along beautifully now. Look at this. I'm going to add in some more bread now. My husband likes to get a lot of bread. I don't know what he does with all these breadcrumbs, but I might have to put some of this away because I would like to make an apple Betty, and this is great to make an apple Betty with. Okay. Get this out. I think we've got a little bit too many breadcrumbs here. Alright, I'm going to have to put some away and use it for something else. Alright. It's coming along beautifully. Let it stir and get it a little bit softened. Maybe that. So it's flying all over the place. Here we go. Look at this. It smells so good. Oh. Here we go. It's starting to get nice. This is the way we want it to get nice and crispy. Good. Soft but crispy. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put salt on our tom turkey because he needs to be flavored. There's nothing more dull than a turkey without seasoning on it. And a little pepper. I think we're getting low on pepper. I was just saying to my daughter, we had so many seasonings in this house. We're getting low on black pepper, but it's okay. It's not coming out. There it goes. All right, a little bit more on this stuffing. Because we want it nice and flavored. We don't want it dull, you know. Parsley. Because the parsley gives it a very good, you know, makes it very attractive. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm going to stuff this into the bird. It's going to go right into the cavity of the bird. Ooh, it's hot, but it's going to be really good. Okay. Ooh, it's hard to handle this. All right. No. Worst comes to worst, we use the fork. There's so many different kinds of stuffings. It's absolutely unbelievable how many different kinds of stuffings we could make. And they all taste very good. My mother didn't actually make this kind. I remember she used to soak the bread in water and she made her stuffing that way. Sometime down the road, I'll show you how she made it. This is a little bit different. This one is called bread stuffing. There we go. I'm going to push it all the way into the cavity. We have a lot left. What is your favorite kind of stuffing? Some people make it with chestnuts. I think my grandmother, in fact, used to make it with chestnuts, as I remember. My grandmother Elizabeth, she used to make chestnut stuffing. And she was one that loved to make Thanksgiving food. Oh. Okay. Now sometimes, some of the stuffing could slip out. It's not to worry. It'll taste, in fact, if anything, it'll enhance it more. Okay, we just about stuffed our bird with a wonderful, delicious bread stuffing. Now we're going to add the rest of these veggies in. It was a little hot to handle before. But being a cook, I should be able to handle hot stuff, but sometimes it's even hard for me. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't know how my camera lady's going to do this. Camera lady, I need you to open the oven. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to place this in the oven. It's going to take, I'm guessing for this turkey to cook, about 4 to 5 hours. So we'll be back later and I'll show you the finished product. Now I need you to open the bathroom door. I can't take my... And here we have delicious, wonderful bread stuffing with roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, corn, and green bean casserole. And I promise when we get into fall, I'm going to home make our green bean casserole because it's really going to be good. This bird is going to be fantastic. Look at this beautiful tom turkey. Oh, it looks so good. I can't wait to have it. Tomorrow when we make leftovers, I'm going to show you how to do it so it doesn't dry out. Because sometimes on the second day, turkey has a habit of drying out. And I want to show you, prevent it from drying out. There's a way of making it on the second day that it tastes just as good as the first day. So Deborah Wade's Home Country Kitchen, have a very great day.